Hello everyone, Ether here.
Hi guys, it's now.
Right, so in today's video we're going to talk about how I came to Japan. So let's get started.
So why did you two come to Japan and why did you want to learn Japanese?
Alright, yeah, so I guess part of the reason why I came to Japan and why I wanted to learn Japanese at first was ever since I was a kid I was interested in Japanese, I guess, games and anime. That's really what led me to start studying Japanese. And I guess my last year of high school I started studying Japanese at University of Minnesota.
それで日本語の勉強を大学でして
So I studied at college.
で
Yeah.
留学しようと思ったの
And I thought to study abroad. Yeah, so that's what happened. So I started studying Japanese at the University of Minnesota, and after my third year of Japanese classes, for the next year of college, I did a study abroad, and I went to Sophia University, or Jochi Daigaku, in Tokyo for 1 year. And that was my first time going to Japan.
So 上智大学の留学を終わってどうしたその後
So what did I do after my study abroad ended? So after my study abroad ended, I came back to America, but I had really enjoyed my experience in Japan. There was so much new things to experience, and I guess surrounded by the language I wanted to learn. So it was a great learning experience, and I was able to improve my Japanese so much. I was able to experience the culture I wanted to know more about. So I did a homestay as well for a year. So I did get to experience like a Japanese culture firsthand quite a bit. And I had made lots of friends at the school as well. So going back to America, it was kind of like a reverse culture shock for me. Like, I guess after being in such a new country for like a whole year and kind of this experiencing everything by myself and like that, going back to America, it was just like the same old. And I wanted to return to Japan right away.
So それでどうやって日本に戻ろうと思った看護師のことを考えてたでしょ
So I thought, how did I want to go back to Japan? Was I thinking about nursing and things like that?
その前に ELT の先生やってたでしょ
ALT?
日本に住もうと思って
And thought about living in Japan. Yeah, so there was like kind of steps along the way. When I went back to America, I was still in college at the University of Minnesota. So the first thing I had to do was kind of finish up that. But I also wanted to go back to Japan right away. So one thing I looked at was studying at Sophia University longer. And they had a non-degree program, which I decided to apply for so I could go back for a year at Sophia University. And that would start in April the following year. So I came back in the fall and I have my classes from September, last year of school at the University of Minnesota, going from September to May. And then I'm looking at doing classes at Sophia University 1 more year starting in April. But there would be the month overlap where I'd be kind of going between two places, which I kind of covered by doing my last year of University of Minnesota online. So that's how I ended up going back to Japan first. I went back to study for 1 more year at the Sophia University in Tokyo. And then after that, that's when I started thinking about the other things you were talking about, like ALT or like nursing and things like that. So I went back to Sophia University, but I was kind of undecided about how I wanted to move forward from there. So one of the things I ended up doing was ALT in Chiba Prefecture through the JET program for 1 year.
そう1年間 ALT 続けて、でもその後 ALT 続けたいと思わなかったでしょで英語で言って。
Oh, okay. So yeah, so I did 1 year of the JET program or ALT. Did I not think of continuing to do that? And I mean, that was something to consider. It's possible to do between 3 to 5 years with the JET program if you can get an extension from the 3-year mark. But I think one thing that really stopped me from considering doing it longer is that it is a contract and there's a limit to how long you can do it. If it's going to be 3 or 5 years, at some point you need to stop doing that ALT work and you'd have to find a different job. And that kind of really drove me to look more into doing something I'm interested in. I mean, teaching English was fine, but it's not really my passion. And I would prefer to do something more than just be another English teacher in Japan. So that's why I kind of decided to stop after 1 year there.
それでナースの仕事をしようと思った。ナースの学校に通おうと思った。
Did I think about like nursing school and things? Yeah, so I thought about a few different things. I wanted to look at like a technical kind of job, so something that required training and had, you know, like maybe like a degree or something.
Your mom a nurse.
Yeah, and my mom is a nurse as well, so I knew that, well, one thing is that there's always opportunities for like nursing jobs all around the country, so I could choose where I wanted to work. So I did actually start looking into some nursing schools in Japan.
だけど、日本語は喋れるけど読み書くのが難しい。漢字が難しかった。
Yeah, but the thing is, like, even if I can speak Japanese and read it and whatnot, being able to, I guess, read and write it at the level of like a nursing school, particularly like writing, there would be a lot of writing for a nursing school, and that would be a rather large hurdle. I mean, if I really tried at it, maybe I could do it, but it would be a challenge. I thought maybe it'd be better to look at some other type of work than the nursing. So I started looking at other opportunities as well.
で、ママから手紙っていうかメールが届いた。幼い頃にゲーム作る人になりたいっていう手紙が届いたでしょって英語で言って私が言ったって。
What Now said is that you got a letter from your mom, right? That said that you wanted to be like a game creator when you grew up. And yeah, that's what happened. So my mom had sent me this letter from when I was in elementary school, writing about like my dreams of the future. And one thing I had wrote is that I want to be like a game creator or something like that. I saw that and I thought, you know, maybe I could look into like game programming and things like that, those opportunities in Japan.
で、ゲームのプログラミングの学校に入ったでしょって。
Alright, so yeah, Nell said you entered a game programming school in Japan, right?
4年間。
For 4 years. And yeah, so I
で、その後ゲームプログラマーの仕事してる。
and then you started doing a game programming job. And yeah, so that's kind of what happened next. I looked at some technical schools for game programming, things like that in Japan, and I found a school. And I went there for 4 years, and all the classes were in Japanese. So I was taking a class in Japanese, but programming itself has, I mean, it's a programming language, so it's not really like affected by Japanese all that much, which was made it easy to follow along with. And there's lots of resources if I want to look up things in English. And after the school, I was able to find a game programming job in Japan to do, which is where I'm at right now.
ね、そんな感じ。
Yeah. So that's kind of all around what happened, what led me to Japan, and what I'm doing now, and everything that kind of came together.
そう、日本語、私のアドバイスね、日本語を勉強したい人はアニメとかゲームとか好きなことから習えばいいって言ってた。
Alright, so now's advice is for people that like, I don't know, anime or games and things like that. You can try learning a language from, I guess, those kind of things you like as well.
あと一番重要なのはね、彼女を作ること。
The most important thing is to make a girlfriend.
ニクは私からでも習ったって。
Alright, and I've learned plenty of Japanese from my wife here as well.
変な日本語だけ。
Well, maybe a strange Japanese, but yeah.
そして私もニクからI learned by Nick
Yeah.
English word, important English word,
Yeah.
acorn,
Acorn.
pine cone,
Pinecone.
because we went to park a lot of time.
Oh yeah, we went to parks a lot. So
So I say acorn and pine cone and squirrel.
Oh, and squirrels, yeah. So we learned some things from nature.
私の発音大丈夫？
Oh, is your pronunciation fine?
Yeah.
Try saying acorn again.
Squirrel.
A squirrel?
Yeah.
One more time.
Squirrel.
It's okay. It's gotten better.
Really?
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
いや、そんな感じ。
All right. Okay, so that's, I think, everything for today's video. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye.